So
Whoa.
pause.
Give a pause.
25 seconds, we're on go. Everyone smile. And action. Good morning, everyone. Brent Gibson here, the Garage Hustle. A beautiful Tuesday morning in Grand Rapids. 50 degrees in November, almost December, so count your blessings, wake up on the right side of the bed and conquer the day. We're thrilled to have Ryan Ogle from Blue House Properties here today, President-elect of Grand Rapids Area Realtors, real estate entrepreneur of 15 plus years. So Ryan, a couple more fun facts about you and let's get started.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. It is 50 degrees, no socks. I can't grow a beard, so I did no socks November instead of no shave. But born and raised in Grand Rapids, been in real estate game for 15, 16 years, and I like the business of doing business, and real estate was what I fell into, so I enjoy it. Love talking about it. Glad that you guys invited me here to answer some questions.
Perfect. Any questions from the group?
Yeah, James, I think you dive
Yeah,
right in.
why don't we jump right in? You know, we have a lot of conversations here about the market. We have a lot of people who are interested in buying houses, people who are interested in going to real estate. Do you think the market's saturated? Do you think there's too many out there? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Well, you know, real estate, the industry is a little saturated, but real estate's a hot topic, like socially in this country. Everyone's on Zillow and everyone's watching HGTV, and some of the hottest things going on, even in entertainment, are real estate related. So because of that, there's a lot of buzz, so a lot more people are in it. It's a good market right now, real estate wise, so a lot of agents have gotten into it, and GRAR actually has about 3,000 members right now, which is pretty high, and it ebbs and flows with if the market's doing well or not. So yes, it's saturated, but Grand Rapids, West Michigan is growing, and if you think about 3,000 realtors and then kind of our overall population, it's okay.
Since
So-
it's saturated, what do you do to make sure you're different and kind of stand out from all those other people?
Yeah, well, so I mean, we've been doing this for 15 years, so you got to keep staying relevant. So we keep changing with the times and try to stay a little bit ahead of the game, but we're big into social media and video and doing those things now. You have to, right now, a home buyer with all the new consumer websites, Zillow and stuff like that, you got to realize probably 96% of buyers start online, so then we should focus our efforts online. If social's a hot thing the last 3, 4, 5 years, then we should focus on social. So we try to follow the trends of the consumers. What do they like? What are they doing? What devices, what things are they on? And then we try to mirror that with our marketing and our message.
Makes sense. It's like talking to where the audience is. You have all this attention, so you might as well
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
to them.
And I think a big thing too is we also try to highlight real estate. That's what people are passionate about. People aren't necessarily passionate about Ryan Ogle or Blue House Properties. They're passionate about real estate. So our message includes real estate. It's not a, hey, look at us, or how many houses have we sold. Hey, this is what's going on with real estate in West Michigan. So more selling the lifestyle of living here in the house versus selling like us or our company.
It makes sense.
And it's worked so far, so we try to keep going with things that work.
You kind of touched on it earlier about what has changed kind of in real estate since you started. What's something different in like this new social media world? Younger home buyers, people moving to Grand Rapids. So what are some things you're watching, some things you're seeing differently, and you're adding to your company?
Well, I think probably the biggest thing is you used to contact a realtor because that's actually how you got information on a home, access to pictures on a house, and how you got into a home. And today with these new consumer websites, Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, you don't need me to see the photos, to see the information. So we're more transactional now. You need me to do the contract and the paperwork and make sure the deal actually goes right, and that you get into a house and don't have any issues. So we've had to evolve a little bit with that on what is our actual value proposition to the consumer. Because if it was, I have a great website, you can come see houses, I can't compete with Zillow. They probably have 1,000 coders working there, so don't come to the Blue House website. But when you find a great home on Zillow, contact me and I'll help you navigate the process of actually getting the house.
Now, I think I've heard rumor that Zillow is taking on real estate agents, right? So now they can complete the transaction. Is that true?
No, that's a rumor.
Okay.
And that's the myth, is that real estate's gonna get taken over, our industry is gonna change, and the realtor, as you know it, is going to disappear. I think Zillow's here to complement us, not to take us over.
Okay.
But that's a real, there's, I don't wanna say there's an attack, but a lot of people are getting into the real estate industry, And there's a lot of focus on who can change it using technology.
From the technology side, getting into the
Yeah,
industry.
and unfortunately, back to is it saturated? It's the bar of entry is a little bit low to get into real estate, so there are a lot of agents. Not a lot of agents do business. 10% of the agents do 90% of the business.
And that's a real fact.
That's a real
I've
fact.
heard that too.
Yeah, and in some areas, it might be 5% of the agents do 95% of the business. So with all those factors, I think the outside world said, hey, real estate, these agents, there's a lot of them, they're kind of easy to get into, they make a ton of money, how can we get our hands into that? But you can't replace the human component. You can't replace me being at a house using 15 years of knowledge pointing out termites in the basement. The computer can't do that.
And
So I
people aren't taking pictures of that,
Correct.
putting it online.
So I think we'll be protected, but we have to adapt and change because the market's changing. So we sit down and actually look at stuff like that and read those articles and say, okay, we don't want to be taken over. How do we change?
Right.
You know?
With Blue House, would you say you're trying to successfully be a realtor in West Michigan? Are you trying to change the industry? What is your kind of social impact in regards to real estate as a whole from your company?
Yeah. So the couple different facets of we are trying to change the industry. We believe a small real estate brokerage in a Midwest state could change the real estate industry. It doesn't have to be a Zillow or a Silicon Valley tech company who changes it. Why not us? We're the ones who've been doing it. So we try to change the experience for the consumer to make sure that we don't lose them and we're still valued, because then we won't go extinct. But then also even our model for my agents, since I run the company, we have a team brokerage, which is different. There's a lot of agents who are real individual or do this and they work for a brokerage, but there hasn't been a combination where you get a team support and you can be an independent agent and build your business. So we've played around with different brokerage models to try to stay relevant. And that's a big thing. So, yeah.
So speaking to our audience here,
Yeah.
whether it's an entrepreneur, a small business owner, somebody who wants to leave that 9 to 5 and become an agent next week with Blue House, what's your message? What do you tell them?
It's a good business to get into. It's obviously provided an incredible way of life for my family, so I'm richly blessed from that. But it takes a little bit of grit and a little bit of grind. And what it comes down to, I think, for any sales business, so not just real estate, it's a contact sport. You got to go out and meet people. You got to have conversations. You got to contact and have those conversations about what you're selling, and then you'll be able to survive and make it.
That's true.
That's awesome.
Well, I've got a million questions, but we're staying diligent to our time, so everyone stays plugged in. Maybe someday we can have a real estate roundtable here at Blueprint with Blue House. Get all those questions answered, residential, commercial, financing, maybe have a couple brews too.
Would love to share the knowledge. Yeah.
Perfect, awesome. Tune in, the Garage Hustle on Instagram, Facebook.
Yep.
You guys are better at this than
And
me.
just as a reminder, if you are an entrepreneur doing something different, you're hustling, you're trying to make it happen, you want to share your story, reach out to us. Shoot us an email, check us out on the website. We'd love to share your story.
And if you're an equal, a gentleman with a lot of intelligence, success in entrepreneurship in West Michigan, you want to share your knowledge, way to give back, it is Giving Tuesday. Reach out to us as well. We'd love to compliment Ryan's appearance with some more elder advice.
Yeah. Support local charities. They're
Perfect.
doing good work on it.
Thanks,
for having
guys.
me,
Thanks for coming in.
Nope, I'm not doing it today. It's not gonna be done.
Perfect.